Carryall.
What in the world is that? I mean, they've never seen anything like it. Thank you, Bring a Trailer, for 600 auctions. Hey, it's Jason from Denwerks. Got something really cool today. First, I wanted to say this is our 600th auction that Mrs. Denwerks and I put together, and super fun. We've been on the site since 2008, so if you haven't seen us on there before, we're just having a good time. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you can scroll down to the little comment section and hit the link for this 1959 Suburban. But anyways, we're excited to be on Bring a Trailer. We're there for the long term, and again, we've been there since 2008, and they started doing auctions in 2015. We started doing auctions right around the same time on Bring a Trailer, so we're excited to present this, especially as a couple. We've been married for 31 years, and it's just pretty exciting. And we're definitely car nuts, and we both like all different kinds of vehicles. And you'll see on Bring a Trailer too, we have a bunch of automobilia that we sell too. But anyways, this is our 600th rig, so excited. Maybe we'll give someone a bonus if they can go through and give us our 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 auction, which one we auctioned in. So anyways, we'll start from the front to the back. This came out of San Bernardino. It was for the city of San Bernardino. They used it. It was Yukon gold or Yukon yellow originally, and was painted red in the 2000s. And this is a factory color. It's slipping my mind real fast what this color is. But maybe I'll remember halfway through, or I'll put it right here on the picture so you can see, but on the video. But anyways, it's in really cool. It's just, the Suburbans are really cool. You see panels and stuff like that, but you don't see the Suburbans as much. And I'm a station wagon nut too, so this is right up the alley for sure. 1958 and 59 looked similar, and basically the bodies from 55 to 59 were basically the same except the noses. But I love the dual headlights on these. So we'll just do a quick walk around. We'll do some driving video. I'll show you the interior. We'll show you underneath the hood as well. In the auction, you'll see pictures of it underneath. as well. But the guy that lived in California after it was there at the city, I don't know if it changed hands another time, but he had it for a long time, and then he moved up to Oregon in the 2000s. Then he decided to have it painted red, redid the interior, and it was a great choice for sure. He sold it to a guy in 2015, also from McMinnville, Oregon here, and we're only like 15 minutes from McMinnville, so we spend most of our time in McMinnville. He had it up just until Leslie and I got it, so here it is on Bring a Trailer Auctions. So it's really never been for sale to the public, like on an online auction or on Craigslist or anything. We just happened to run into it and bought it, and that's the way he bought it. And so very cool. So we'll just take a look at the front here. The nose looks great. You know, the paint looks really good. It's not perfect, but it's actually a nice paint job. I like the white grille and the headlights. Sometimes you'll see these in chrome, but I actually think it sets it off really nice like this personally. So you'll see some little scratches and stuff. Let me get here with the light. Some little stuff that's been touched up on the bumper. The bumper is really kind of the worst of it. You'll see just like little tiny things. The grill's nice. Maybe a little mark right there, a little chip that was touched up, but otherwise it looks really good. Paint looks nice. You'll see a couple little flaws, a couple little chips that have been touched up. These aren't rusty. Sometimes this gets really rusty in this area. You'll see a little chip that was touched up there, but overall looks good. Looks nice and straight down the side. I see one little tiny kind of little ding right there. We'll get on this side and show you some more stuff. Now it's a big flat panel, so it's fairly straight. You'll see a tiny, you know, mostly from the paint, a little bit of wave in the door and the quarter, but nothing that really makes me complain about it at all. Take a look at the hood here. There's a little scratch. Some have been touched up, some haven't. A couple little chips right there. If you look down this side, in the sun you don't notice it as much. You know, again, this looks really good down the side of it. When you get it in the shade, you'll see on the lower half, but I think it's mostly just from paint, and it's not really a bodywork thing. They probably came from the factory like that. You can see just little gravel chips and stuff. Little touch-up spot right here. Windshield's new, it was replaced. And also look up underneath here. This isn't rusty. You can see all the original spot welds up there. The gutters look really nice, and the roof looks good. No one put a crazy sunroof in it. Take a look at the gutter. And again, there's a few little chips and little tiny things, and I'll try to point out as many as I can, but I'm not going to be able to get every single one of them. Quarters look good. Some little minor imperfection here. Little chip right there. A couple little rock chips right there. A couple little chips. One here. There's a little ding on the door. You'll see right here. Yes, I'm wearing Birkenstocks, if you can see that. I'm a Northwest guy. You can see a couple little things. The tires were put on in 2015, but I think they got date codes 2013. And before it had a bias ply on it, polyester. So I want to put a radial on it, but still that kind of vintage look. And these are Winali, and they're 8R 17.5s. Stock hubcaps and stuff. You can see little chips on the hubcaps. Chrome looks good. Sorry if there's a little bit of wind noise. What's really cool too is all these windows slide open, which is really nice when you're driving it because it lets a lot of air through there. If you look here, this window needs to slide back a little bit, and I think it's the gasket. it's not hitting the little lock, so it's got to come back just a little bit more. And I think it's just the way the tightness is here, and it's not letting it go all the way back, which isn't a big deal. They don't rattle or anything like that. They actually fit in already. I just wanted to point that out, kind of like this one here. See that? So if you want to slide the window, you push this and slide it. A little windy. Let's take a look at the interior. It looks really cool in here. You can see, I don't think the dome light is working. I'll look at that actually. I was thinking I could turn that with that, but I'll look at that and just see if it's a bulb. But you can see the roof line and everything looks really good. Factory kind of a gold, silverish gold in here. The paint and interior were done in the early 2000s. This material is from SMS Auto Fabrics. They have a lot of NOS material, and then they also have reproduction material that they make. And I don't know if this is 100% correct for 1959. The guy told me it was, but I haven't actually looked it up. But it fits the part for sure, because the color is the same on the bolsters and everything, and the insert looks like that. And this is all material in the center part, but it definitely matches the other colors of the interior. You can see the original VIN tag and other Chevy tag there. Inside the jambs look really good, not rusty. And I'm also looking for, it hasn't been hit or anything in here. You can see this quarter panel looks really good. All the little spot welds all the way around the door jamb. Here's the inside of the door. You're going to see a lot of photos too, so if you're watching this, look at the photos too, read the description, read the comments, and use them all as tools. You can see underneath the door, again, very, very clean. And you can see the original spot welds there. See underneath the floor. Steering wheel looks really good. You can see just a couple little marks. But it's not, there's one little crack there, but usually these are really, I mean, big gaps in them and stuff. You know, this is typical here. Horn works. All the gauges work, heater works and everything too, which is nice. Odometer shows 38,371. This is your choke, headlights. And then it has a Kenwood Bluetooth radio in it that you can hook up to your phone and play the different stuff. So that's pretty cool. And it's got speakers underneath here, Kenwood speakers. You know, when you're starting these, it's pretty easy. If you're not familiar with this kind of rig, you turn the key and then you hit that button right there on the right, and it's like a Kickstarter. So it's kind of when you turn your key all the way over and then it hits the starter, but that way you do that. Emergency brake right here. And this is a 4-speed transmission, which is really nice for sure. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the back here. Walk around here. A couple little scuffs on the fenders, or I mean not the fenders, but on the bumper. You can see just little things. Again, I'm kind of being nitpicky. When you're standing 5 feet away, you don't really notice that kind of stuff. But it looks cool for sure. It's a good looking rig. Let's take a look back here. Barn doors, which is nice. Let's take a look underneath the doors first. You can see here these little things need to be glued back up in there. They're supposed to just pop in there, but sometimes you gotta put glue. But underneath, more importantly, the door isn't all rusty. Take a look underneath there. We do have the original California black plates that go with it as well. that. If I'm being overkill, sorry, I'm just trying to show you everything that I can. And I'm gonna probably miss something. This would have had another seat back here. I don't know if they used it for the city of San Bernardino, but they probably took it out to haul stuff back here, or they were using it as for hauling people around. So you can see this all looks really good. Original rubber mat back here. That's what those slots are for a seat. I probably wouldn't put a seat back here because I could put my dog and stuff back here. Take a look at the other side. You can see that's the paint scraped a little bit. And you see it's got seat belts. Take a look down the side here. Around the wheel lips look good. Tires all match. You'll see some just little tiny paint imperfections. No, nothing major. Nicer than a driver, that's for sure. You'll take this to car shows and have a lot of fun with it. 'Cause it's a good looking rig. You see right here, some little tiny rust bubbles right there. Let's take a look. Little chip right there. There's a couple on the driver's door. I think there's one up here and then one down there on the driver's door. Glove box. Again, the roof. There's your seat belts. And we'll take a look inside this door jamb. Yeah, it looks really good. All the spot welds. And all the window felts and stuff look good too. I think they probably replaced all that. Or kept some of them, but a lot of them look replaced. And then to get in the back seat, you just flip this forward. See that? And then you just hop in the back seat. I love the interior in it. This here is for like a little footrest. Or they might have put it in there so stuff didn't slide forward if they had all the seats out, but I was guessing it was a footrest, but I think it could be a stop, actually. Back of the seat. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Really nice shape. We'll take a look up underneath here again. Take a look at the gutter. Let's go ahead and take a look. I don't know if I can do it with one hand. Let me set that down. There we go. There's the engine. 235 Thrift Master. We put a new valve cover gasket on it. I'll show you the engine numbers and stuff on the tag. I don't know if it's the original to this Suburban. They actually call it a Suburban Carryall, and it's a model 3106. All of them will say 3100, like the pickups and stuff. Some will say 3200 because it's a 3/4, but this is a half ton. But the model for the Carryall is a 3106. You'll also see in the auction the part numbers and stuff for the heads and everything like that. Fram, external oil filter. But look how nice it is underneath here. And also you'll see the VIN number as well on the frame that matches the body. And I took a picture with the valve cover off, and it's super clean. I think someone went through the engine at one point. We just kind of touched up some stuff, so it's not freshly rebuilt or anything like that. So it didn't look horrible, but we just did a little bit of touch up on it just to make it look a little nicer underneath the hood. Air cleaner looks good. So let's go ahead and we'll start it up here for you. Yeah, it's just amazing how clean the firewall is and stuff. And no rust up underneath here. And it drives really good. You could fly in and drive it home if you wanted. I'll put it, and this is the choke. It doesn't really need it, but I'll just pull it out halfway and you'll turn the key on. And we'll see if we don't have to pump it. Well, I'm gonna have to do it with my foot. Let me get my foot in here. So we got the key on. There it is there. And I don't know if you can hear this. Hear it rev up. But we don't really need that. And then wipers. And then heater. You can hear the throttle. Then you can hear the heat blower. And I think these control defrost, going up and down. But that's cool, that all works. This is a block-off plate, and this would have been for an ashtray, but this does not have an ashtray in it. But that's pretty cool there that no one hacked this up and put a radio in it or anything like that. Odometer shows 38,371. I have receipts, a lot of receipts through the auction. We have a ton of receipts, and it had like 20-something thousand in the early 90s on it. Here it is. Runs really good. See if I can. I was trying to remember where to grab the throttle cable. There we go. You'll hear a little bit of an exhaust leak, but I think that's from the flapper there. But it does rev up nice, and it drives really nice. So we went ahead and we didn't replace everything, but went through the brakes on it as well. So it does stop nice and straight. It's really a killer rig. So sorry for the super long video, but again, it's a cool rig. So again, you're going to see this on Bring a Trailer auctions. Have a lot of fun. It's no reserve. Top bid's going to get it. Thank you for watching this, and thank you for 600 auctions on Bring a Trailer. Hey, here we are behind the wheel. Just wanted to show you the speedometer working, horn working, so you can see the temp, amps, and the oil and the gas gauge is working. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but the blinkers left and then right here, you can see that. Seems like I had to hold that. Well, I don't have to hold it, but I thought I did for a minute. But anyways, you can see everything kind of works. In the other video, I show all the other things there, but mostly I wanted to show you the odometer and the speedometer and everything working, and just the gauges. So thank you for taking a peek. Thanks for looking. Hey, here we are. We're going to take a look underneath. I just have it on my lift. I just wanted to show you just a few more things. Why it's up in the air. You don't see some of this stuff while it's on the ground, but just different things. A few closer spots with chips and things. Take a look at the body. Little scratch right here that's been touched up. Just a couple little minor things. Again, you can look down the side. Again, you can see a little bit in some areas, a little bit of a little bit of sand scratches and stuff, but out in the sun, you don't really notice any of this. I'm just trying to give you a good overview. Again, really nice on the rockers. Right here, there's a little bit of, hopefully you can see that. And it's so funny because I didn't notice this until I got it in here in the shade and on the lift, little chip right there, but some imperfections in the paint there. Some little minor micro blisters, I guess you could call that. Take a look down here. Again, the rockers and stuff are good. A couple little micro things there. A couple little chips. Walk around the front here. Again, looks pretty good. A couple of just little minor, just imperfections in the paint. Like I said, it's not a show paint job, but it does look nice. I'll take you around. You can see a little bit more on the bumpers. Got a little bit of dirt from driving it around. A couple little chips right there. Taking a look at this side. I think I showed you a couple of those. But anyways, that gives you kind of a good look out here. And I'll go ahead and lift it up here and we'll take a peek underneath of it. Oh, also, while I have it here right now, I didn't notice this. Oh, I already put this back in, but it comes with this plastic mat as well, a husky liner. The bed is wood, just like in trucks. But right up there, there's a little hole in it. You'll see pictures of it, but it's about that big. And it's a little hole in the floor. It's kind of got a rubber coating on the top, but this is the factory floor, but there is a little hole through the wood there, just so you know that. You can see kind of the coating is off right there on that one. So anyways, let's take a look underneath. Hey, here it is underneath. I just wanted to raise it up here so you can see it. It's got its spare tire underneath here, but mostly what we're looking for here is making sure everything is solid. Look how nice that is. You know, usually these are all rusty right here on the inner apron on the quarter panel, and this one looks good. You can see this panel back up underneath here. This is where the tailgate area is. Take a look at this side. Again, that looks very nice. Up inside the wheel well area looks good. This is kind of cool. This was the original color inside here. You can see the original spot welds up on the quarter. There was a little bit of rust right here that I saw behind that fender, or the bumper. There's the hitch. And as I mentioned too, it's got a wood floor in it, just like the trucks and stuff, but in the Suburbans and panels, they would run it's a piece of plywood in here, so you can see all that. And I think this little patch here is where that hole is in the floor on the top where the plywood has a hole through it. I think that's a little patch that they put on the back side of it. I'll take a look inside these. Again, this looks really good. That's exactly what you want to see. This is where the step is, where you step in. Looks really good. Up here under the cowl, looks excellent. You can see the frame supports look good as well. There's their mounting area. We're on the driver's side. You can see the tranny. There's some little seepage and different things on it, you know, just different seals and stuff. There's a couple little drips on the floor every once in a while. but it's old. I mean, this is 1959. Take a look at this box over here. Yeah, 59. How old is that? I was born in 70. So what, 65 years old or so? There's a little tiny hole right there, you can see. At the bottom of that little section there. Look inside, the fenders look nice. You know, the other thing, too, we're looking at, there's no accident damage in here. Take a look at the mounts. Everything looks superb, actually. Let's take a look over here. There it is. There's some of that original color. Back behind the headlight buckets look nice. Take you up across the front. You can see a couple little, see right there, a couple little drips forming. It did have a lot more leaking when I did get it, because it had a really bad valve cover gasket. So some of the moisture you're seeing, or some of the seepage where it's damp here, is from that. But I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to get a couple little drips here and there. You know, this is something you could have fun with, put new shocks on and do different things. You know, fix different seals and stuff, or just drive it. That's what I would do. Looks really good in here. And this is the original yellow, you can see. So hopefully that gives you a good look, at least from another view of underneath. Again, while you're looking at the auction, you know, view all the pictures, look at the comments, look at the videos. I've tried to give you as enough information, because it's a very, very cool rig with some really nice history. So thanks again for taking a look.